So, Tanya, before we go any further, we need to have a house meeting.
Have you ever had one of these?
Have I ever had one of these, a house meeting?
A skunk at your house.
I have. I've had squirrels in my wall, and I've had a skunk somewhere in the house. We've had to call for the skunk remover to de-skunk.
Okay, so it's not so easy because when I lived in an apartment, if I had a skunk, I'd call my landlord and be like, hey, there's a skunk, and figure it out, and they would do it. When you live in a house, it's a very different situation. The skunk is your problem.
Tell us about when did you start smelling the skunk?
So we didn't smell him. We saw him. So Sunny.
Oh, then you're good.
No. Sunny, our dog, was like losing her mind, like barking outside the window. And Robbie and I go and we look out there and we're like, oh my gosh, we've never seen a skunk this close in person. And it was kind of like in the sidewalk in front of our house. And
Am I taller than a skunk?
Way taller. It's like probably the size of your hand. No, actually the size of your arm. The size of your arm. And it looked like it was hurt. Like it looked like maybe it had been run over and like it was because it was going so slow. Like it was moving at like a snail's pace.
But it's a skunk, so it's strange.
But it's a skunk. And we know that they go fast. So we're like, okay, the skunk is injured. What do we do? Because he's like,
we should help the skunk, but what if we get sprayed?
Correct. So cut to the skunk ends up somehow moving and like now he's in our doorway. He's on like our doormat in front of our front door.
He really needs a Band-Aid.
So Robbie calls the LA County Animal Services to tell them, hey, we have the skunk. And they were like, well, how injured is the skunk? And he's like, I don't know. I'm not like going up and giving him an inspection.
Right.
And they were like, because what they do is they come and they euthanize to kind of like if they get run over by cars and stuff to kind of put them out of their misery, then you have to call LA sanitation to come and remove the body. And Robbie was like, well, we don't want to kill the skunk. The skunk seems to be moving and fine.
Yeah, it's kind of cartoony.
So then we gave up that route. So then we're like at work, we come home from work. The skunk is now in our backyard.
Because the skunk's making skunk at home.
Yes, and Sunny is
Actually, the skunk probably overheard the call. Like, they're not going to do anything with me. I'm good.
Yeah, so we now we named him Pepe Le Pew. And now he's in our backyard, and we can't let Sunny out to go potty because we're
he's
scared.
living in your backyard?
He's in our
While he's healing?
Yes.
And he's not sprayed?
He has not sprayed.
Well, this is good. Maybe he knows that you're trying to help out and he's not going to spray.
So then I got the phone number to this guy who comes to your house, collects the skunk, and then releases them off the 91 freeway in Orange County.
Is this just a random dude?
This is some random dude because apparently it's illegal. Like you can't advertise that because they're like
because he lets him go by the freeway?
Yeah, I don't know. You're not supposed to like move animals like that.
Well, I remember I had gerbils, and my gerbils had babies, and I let them go in the church parking lot, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, you can't do that."
Right. But now we've lost the skunk went to some shrubbery, and now we've lost Pepe, and we don't know what to do.
But that's okay. Maybe he healed and he's gone out back into the wild.
I smelled a little skunky smell on my way to work this morning, so I know Pepe is still around.
That is a really interesting thing that you're trying to do, but I love that you guys are trying to do the right thing here.
Well, I know because we're like he's not injured to the like. I guess the point that they come is if when if a car
you hit them, they got to put them in the misery, right?
Yeah. So, but
we're
like
this guy that's picking up animals and taking them to the freeway.
I know.
Like when does he decide that's going to be his side hustle?
I know. I don't think it's a side hustle. I think it's because of this issue. Like a lot of people have these animals and they'll call, LA County. They don't want to euthanize the animal, but they don't know what to do.
They call Herb.
Correct. I don't even know his name.
Herb, the skunk rescuer.
Yeah. How wild, though. And then I saw Chrissy Teigen on her Instagram story. They have a skunk at their house, too. I'm like, I wonder if Pepe's making his way.
Maybe he made his way. I don't know how close you guys live.
I don't know either.
Maybe he's roaming around.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being sweet to Pepe.
Man.